morning. Good morning. What up, guys? What's up? We'll be back. Chill out. I'm coming right back. My people, what's up? Boom. Let's do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on down. Come on in. We got some stuff we're going to talk about, guys. I got some stuff I want to share with you guys. Now listen, get on down. Get on down. Get on down. Boom. Yeah, let's do this first. Hey guys, welcome to another Real Estate Lunchbox. I am your host, Leon Duncan. Your boy is here. Your boy is here. Your boy is here. I'm just checking, making sure I got everything rocking, man. Hey, jump in, leave a comment, say what you got to say. I got some stuff I want to talk about today, man. I got a couple things I want to talk about. I don't know why they saying this stream is finished. The stream just got started. That's weird, YouTube. That's very weird. I go in here to turn on the stream, and I'm talking to you, so I know it's up. Here it is. It must have been last year's or yesterday. I'm finished. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm gonna put the link for the Patreon in the bio. Get down with your boy. We're gonna have some conversation up in the Patreon, but I want to share this with you guys as we get this thing going. You know, when you jump in and you listen to me on in the midday, I'm right here in the middle of the day, man. And I know there's a bunch of people. You got people doing morning shows, you got people doing mid shows, some people about to start in the afternoon with their show, doing what they do. And I really like to say I appreciate you taking the time to jump on this stream with me, just to listen to me rant, rave, rage, yelp, boom. Just want to make sure we good. And listening to me do this thing because, man, I enjoy sharing things that I've learned over the last 20 years in the real estate business. And I'm going to tell you, I've also learned that real estate is a mindset, is a skill, is cultural. A lot of people jump into this business in this space, man. And what's crazy, they jump in here and they really don't know quite what they're getting into, you know? But when I decided to start making content for this space, I wanted to make something that was actually real. I didn't want to just put stuff out there. A bunch of people make content, and I love watching everybody's content. But I'm going to share with you what I know about the business. But I'm also going to talk about culture, lifestyle. So Real Estate Lunchbox is where culture meets lifestyle. Sometimes we talking about dating, spending money, saving money, how to actually move the bag. Then I'm going to show you how to avoid ending up with a big alimony check.
Oh no.
Okay, how to stay away from that stuff. And I've never been divorced myself, but dude, I'm tired of talking and seeing these divorced guys. Yeah. Yo, check this out, man. This is the very first rental property, home, I would say, or real estate property that we actually bought. We bought it as a primary. Later, we had to make it into a rental, turn around and sell it. But when people are out here telling you that real estate is dead, and they want to tell you and inspire you that the world is falling apart and it'll never happen, I'm here to tell you that it's a lie. The reason why you hear this narrative in the media, the reason you hear this narrative sometimes in TikTok, we know we hear it a lot when we go on Instagram. People always have these posts. I feel like it comes from people that are broke, that have never done a real estate deal. They don't know anything about real estate, and they have a mindset, or they want to share with you something that honestly you should ignore, bro, at the end of the day, because they've never done it before. In addition to that, I feel like people hate on people too. They just say certain things because it's trending, and they would never do it themselves, but they would make enough hate and jealousy and negativity in the water where you just really don't get out and do anything, or you start believing a narrative that's a lie. Real estate is a skill. Real estate requires faith, and I'm just telling you, you got the faith of God in you, so you can do it no matter wherever you start. But we started right here, and this is our very first property. It didn't look like this. Matter of fact, we bought it from a guy. His wife had a gambling problem, and his wife's family owned it since the 50s. It was originally built, and that was right way back around 2015. That was like our very first real estate property, me and my wife. And this property allowed us to buy our primary resident, because I think we paid 105, 110 for something like this. But we made enough profit where we were able to roll it, doing a tax exchange, taking the money from out of one asset and put it into a new asset, and not have the tax liability for capital gains. Now, I don't get a lot into that in this channel. That's the stuff I cover in the Patreon. We could talk more about that. But I'm going to touch on it because this is a reaction channel, but I do love to educate. I like at the same time to take that candy and let you open your mouth, and and it pops you in the eye. Oh, I'm sorry. It goes in your mouth. Oh, no. My bad. But at the end of the day, let's mix it up and put it together. I love entertainment, but I also like to learn. And I feel like people are just dumb sometimes. They just like to be entertained. And I enjoy being entertained, but I love it when I'm entertained and I'm also learning something, or I'm going further down the road of being able to accomplish whatever I'm trying to accomplish. So for you people that watch me, and you look at my show at lunchtime, thank you for chiming in. If you look at it on the back replay, thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. But this property helped us flip into our primary residence. And then from there, because you buy right, now the equity that's acquired can go into your next deal. Now, y'all like, hey, I ain't want to roll up on the people. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Now, real talk, I'm going to tell you, this is something that I do cover in the Patreon. This is part of our Patreon post, not all, but just a little piece right here. I dive more in deep with it. I'm going to try to be low-key with you on this. Like, I'm not, because I don't want to make these people feel uncomfortable. But I'm going to show you the house that we bought. This is the very first house me and my wife bought. We bought this house, and this house helped us to get into our next house, which is going to help us get into our next house. And when people talk about real estate being dead and I don't want to mess with it, I'm going to let y'all do y'all thing and I'm going to do mine. Check this out. Now, this is the Silver Comet Trail. It's located in Powder Springs, Georgia, not too far. I don't have my mic with me, so you're going to have to stay with me on this. This is the very first house that me and my wife bought. This house did not look nothing like this. You see how it's brown with the brick? The house was built in 1954. This is the neighborhood right here for the house. When we had it, it was a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And I don't want to show it all on these people's places. Right. So I'm going to pause it right there. Most of this video is going to go into the Patreon for my Patreon members, where we go ahead and we break down how this works, okay? And the way that it works, and I'm going to tell you off the top, the way that it works is when people tell you real estate is dead, they're lying. When people say real estate isn't an asset, real estate is an asset or is a liability living in a house, I tell people it's based on what you want to do. You can't take a general statement and say you fit in that statement. You got to have context, and context is the reason why a lot of people go off the rails, whether you're talking about religiously or whether you're talking about things like real estate. Some people who do real estate, I mean, yeah, I look here, but I really don't look fancy, man. I just sit down and I look like a dude that would be in like the gas station pumping gas. You know what I'm saying? I don't do, it's nothing flashy. Yeah, you got people that love flashy, but real estate honestly isn't a flashy thing. In some ways, it's boring. I think over the last 10, 15 years, our culture has made it really flashy, and it wasn't done intentionally, I think, to kind of draw people into it. But a lot of people got into it that really shouldn't have got into it, and they were just stuck. I mean, that's just the way it was, right? Um, but the opportunities when it comes to wealth building, this is why they say real estate is a wealth building thing. It's not a get rich quick thing, because we held that house for about 3 to 4 years before we actually moved on to getting the next property. But the money that came through appreciation in that asset, I mean, it really helped. And I know people say, man, the costs are high, you know, properties are high and blah, blah, blah. Listen, stuff is coming down, and we're going to talk more about that. Stuff is coming down. Your job is just to be ready that when it comes down and hits a certain point, you're ready to go. Not to be spending your money doing crazy stuff. When it hits a certain point, it's going to go. The chaos and the fear is intentional. It's really designed because, and this is my true opinion, I'm not saying that it's not true, but there's an answer, and a lot of people have answers in the middle of this chaos. Not even the people that initiate the chaos. Don't start that. The chaos that's going on is designed to make people jump away and jump out. Okay? We're going to see a bunch of prices jumping more and more as these guys start liquidating some of their assets from off of their books, a lot of these hedge funds. And it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you. It'll surprise you hecka well. So, man, get your skills up. Treat it like a skill. Don't treat it as like a hustle business, honestly. Because when you treat it as a hustle game, and outside of wholesaling real estate and being an agent, once you start dealing with the asset yourself, you can't deal with it as a hustle game. And I've met so many people that deal with it as a hustle game, and it goes wrong on them, and they're ready to sue. They're going to 11 Live News. They're doing all this crazy stuff, and we don't care, because at the end of the day, you did not do what you needed to learn, which was the skill set. You relied on somebody else to teach you, and when they told you something, you just wasn't ready to receive it because you were dumb. And most people get into this space and they're stupid. And it's all right. We all got in at a place when we're stupid. Get into the Patreon. We'll talk more about that. I advocate for you guys getting your real estate license, not getting your license in order to become a real estate agent, and but just to know something more than you knew before. So you're not relying on the agent, the investor, whomever, to teach you and tell you. When they say it, you have an idea. Okay. Man, shoot. Thanks for joining me on this live. What's up, people? Yeah. It's a hump day, man. It is a freaking hump day. Hump, hump, hump. Shoot, if you're watching, throw some deuces up in there. Let your boy know that it's great. I pinned that Patreon up there, Godly Wealth. Through the Wealthy Gods Patreon, boy. Shoot. So I'm putting together this show, man, and I'm thinking, what do I want to talk about today? There's so many trending topics that are out there. And I threw that one early about our first real estate property because I just, I want to show you that I'm just not all talk. Oh, no. I got a little bit of action. Just a little bit. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care if you don't believe me or not. I really don't. I'm just going to talk about the shit. And I'm pretty sure the baby boomers that know will agree with me. The millennials that know will agree with me. Some Gen Zers aren't. Some of them are soft like cornbread. Some are just soft like cornbread. You guys are a different breed. You got some real hard asses in with y'all. I love those guys out there joining the military right now. I've been watching some of these new recruits that are coming in, going into the Army. I'm prior service, so I'm always going to give a shout out to the United States Army. Shout out. But it's like a brotherhood. It's less than 1% of people actually go into the military. So, yeah. And it's some bad boys that's getting into that joint. Some young boys that are really, really bad. That doing some good stuff. I like it. I love it. I wish a lot of times that we could begin to actually have these conversations with other males and not feel as a guy jealous because of something they've been able to accomplish or do. I know pretty much I don't get a bunch of people that know me chiming into any of my content unless I did the content on them. But I love it. It's no problem. Um, the jealousy rate amongst men is crazy. It's like that in the business. It's like that in real estate. I know guys that do 30, 40, $50,000 a month. And I listen, let me tell you, like, yeah, you supposed to be, I'm not, listen, I'm broke.
Oh no.
Bro, I don't. I'm just here telling you, bro. I may be asset rich, but I'm, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta borrow $1 for my brother.
Congratulations. Well done.
Yo, bro, I'm paying you back. I got quarters. You gonna get paid, homie. You gonna get paid, homie. Shoot. But man, y'all sit here watching me chime to do this. But you know, the deception of this male jealousy thing is that it's not true. That you're being, you're being soft. These are all the distractions that keep you kind of distracted from what's truly going on. I want to run a couple clips. We're going to react to a couple pieces having to do with male jealousy. I'm going to tell you my story. You tell me what you think. This is all designed to help you make some better decisions. I want you guys to stop living from what all these other people are doing, how they do it, when they do it, how big they are, how small they are, how middle-sized they are, and start living from inside out. Start living with a certain level of certainty and strength. And that only comes from knowing who you are, and that's what we talk about in the Patreon. Let's go.
Sometimes that friend that you call brother or sister is secretly hating on you. I had a homeboy since middle school. I considered him a day one. Everybody around me told me that he was jealous. My real day ones didn't like him. My sister didn't like him. My brothers didn't like him. But I defended him because when I call you my friend, I call you my brother. I ignored his backhanded jokes, slick compliments about my skin color, little shots disguised as humor. I felt it, but I just stayed loyal. Then we got older. He had a crush on this girl that we both know since school, but she liked me. I ain't chase her. She chose me. So one day, I'm laying up with her. He calls her phone. So she says, watch this. She answers the call and put him on speaker. First thing he does, after a little small talk, he says, have you heard from Roger? Not how are you, not what you doing. He brings my name up. Then he tells her, you know he got a wife, right? At this time, I was separated, going through a divorce. Trying to expose something that wasn't even his business, and he didn't know that me and her had a mutual understanding. That's when it clicked. Every conversation that he had with her, he brought me up. That wasn't no friendship. That was a form of obsession. That was comparison. Jealousy. I realized something heavy that day. Some people stay close to you not because they love you, but because they are studying you. Not too long after that, I cut him off. And honestly, it wasn't easy. I went by myself and cried. Not in front of him, but to myself. Because when I call you my friend, I mean that. Once I cut him off, no more sly energy, no more fake laughs, no more subtle complimenting. I felt like I removed a weight off my chest. Here's the lesson. You can't save insecure people. You can't heal jealous people. And if you keep them around, their insecurity gonna slowly poison your life. Sometimes growth requires some grief. Sometimes elevation requires some separation. And before you cut somebody off, just make sure that you're not that insecure friend in somebody else's story. But if you...
I got to pause him real quick because he cooking. He really cooking. And, man, guys, if I could really stress how much what this guy's saying, how important it is.
No, you're not. Cut that fat. Don't get rid of it, man. Peace feel better than loyalty to the wrong people.
You think that when you go out and you do great things and people stand up there and they applaud you. You're Michael B. Jordan, you know? He gets up there and he's accepting his Grammy, Oscar, or whatever award. You think, man, everybody's standing up and they clapping for Michael B. Jordan. You think Michael B. Jordan doesn't know that they are clapping some are clapping out of appreciation and some are clapping because they don't want to be shown as being the people that are envious in the room. They don't want that thing to sit on them. They want to just clap and hope that it'll go away because they're like, dang, this guy's handsome by a lot of females, standards. This guy's accomplished when it comes to the music, to the movie space, doing great things, receiving one of the biggest awards that are out there to actually receive. You think he doesn't know that he has jealous haters around him? See, in real estate, because it's so competitive, you will hear people tell you a lot of things about getting into the space, and they'll take your money to help you get into it, but they will still not want you to be successful. That's why I tell people it's up to you to educate yourself. You can't let what you perceive as their desire to mentor you be your only link that holds you to education. You have to be self-educating yourself so when that person says something, you know it. Like when the pastor preaches something from the pulpit, if I read it and it doesn't say what the pastor says, the pastor's lying. He's a liar.
Jealousy is normal. Go tell the person that you're jealous of that you're jealous of them. I'll wait.
I don't think that jealousy is normal, but I do think that jealousy is common and easy to fall into. This is how I beat it. I go and I compliment people jealousy, envy. Is envy the same thing as jealousy? I don't know. I put them in the same boat. But when I start to feel envious of someone, when I start to look at their situation, I could do that. I have this opposing thought, like, then why didn't you? Fuck, nigga. Bro, y'all don't... When people be like, oh, you so mean to people, I be like, I'm meaner to myself on the inside. This ain't nothing,
That's the only thing. I don't agree with being mean with yourself. If you think being mean with yourself is really motivating yourself, I'm going to tell you being mean to yourself is actually keeping yourself down. So the things that you build, you think you're building those things, and it feels good you have it, but it's built on a foundation that's going to crumble, bro. Like, love yourself. Your biggest inspirations, your biggest promptings and moves to make. I didn't jump into real estate and say, I just want to jump into it. I was really prompted to get into the space, and I never considered it. And now 20 years later, bada bing. Don't hate. Don't beat yourself up.
Like, I know you've had that thought, like, oh, you see somebody doing something great, but you think to yourself, you could do it? Yeah, tell yourself to shut that bitch ass shit up. I compliment people. That's how I beat it, right? If I see somebody doing something great, I'm like, wow. Hey, yo, good looks on that, boy. And you'll start to realize how nice and normal these people are. And that sometimes, especially if they're successful, they're just as shocked that they're successful at what they're doing as you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been talking to a lot of guys who are into real estate lately. They're like, yeah, bro, I got my start. And it's always like the weirdest happenstance. Like, man, I jumped into it too fast. I made this mistake, that mistake. But, in real estate, there's so many ways to fix a fuck up. And they'll just get to telling you, and you'll be like, so you're me and I'm you, but you're just me with action. That's how you beat jealousy. You gotta go talk to the people you're jealous of, and you'll figure out real quick. Either you're not close to being as good as they are, or you're the same exact person with less action.
Men are typically very insecure.
And that's a real thing for men. That's a huge thing for men. That's a big thing for men in real estate. That's a huge thing. When I walk into certain rooms and I look at people, they have their egos. They carry it on their shoulder. They figure they it. You see, you realize, man, I'm going to tell you, if you built your house on a false foundation, we going to find out pretty soon. We're going to find out what type of home you built. There is grace, I believe, definitely for F-ups. There's mercy and grace. There's mercy and grace, period. But for your F-up, yes, there is. Because I've needed that in plenty of situations. But when you carry your cockiness into the room, your arrogance into the room, for business, for sales, which is business, relationship, male relationships, or even female relationships, you might want to ask yourself, if that's what you do, you might want to begin to ask yourself, why are you alone? There's a reason why you're alone. I'm not talking about those perpetrating fake friends that you never really call on, or you call on and they got something, or it seems like you're always calling them and they're never calling you. Those are fake people, fake friends, fake acquaintances designed to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside because you feel like you know somebody. You feel like, hey, yeah, I knew this con artist fucked up he fucked up my life one time. Well, he didn't fuck it up. This dude, he did a bunch of stuff and he screwed up some relationships that I'm still trying to fix till this day. Well, let me take that back. I stopped trying to fix it and I started just letting God, just leaning on God, let him go ahead and handle it. Because a lot of times, man, we try to fix things and we end up screwing it up more. But this screw up would always tell me about all these friends and people that he had. And let's be for real. Let's be honest. You can only have but so many people you call friends.
Oh no.
Let's be real. Some of them jokers just hang around boys. That's it. They just knock around boys. They don't bring any value. And especially if they just do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. They definitely are just cornballs. I would say followers. Yeah, followers. And I try to be the nicest person, but I do get online, and when I talk to you guys, some of this is entertainment, but a lot of, I'm going to tell you, some of it ain't. This is not, I really emotionally felt some type of way that this dude that I let into my life screwed up. And I was trying to figure out what it was, and I realized it was rooted in jealousy. Jealous of your wife, your house, career. Because when you look at it and you got kids by this baby mama, you got kids by this baby mama, you got kids by this, and then you done lost this, and you trying to hustle to do this, and you scamming over here, bro. Yeah, you're going to feel empty on the inside. You're going to feel, after a while, you can only do but so much to run away from the quietness. And only in the quietness can God actually correct you. That's the only place where he like, I got to get your attention. And you're going to listen. Some people listen, some people don't. Some people just keep on screwing up other people's lives and scamming shit and doing all that stuff, but it catches up over a period of time.
Sure. And they got a higher capacity of jealousy and insecurity to the point where they're hostile towards you because their mating depends on your presence not being so strong. So they're only successful in mating when you are not succeeding. They tend to always turn on you, or they tend to always have secret animosity and jealousy towards you. You tend to be a kind person. And when people see that, people who are also maybe not as magnetic, they find your kindness to be weakness. They find your...
Nah, don't hold it. Don't say magnetic. Don't say not as much magnetic. No, they're cornballs. They're lame trying to actually be lit. They're trying to get the attention because you got the attention, because you have motion. And the motion that they lie about isn't real motion. It's their this alternate reality that they exist in that nobody else exists in it. You know them. They're called narcissists, motherfuckers.
Oh no.
Y'all know what they are. Y'all know what they are. And I said I'm trying to stop cursing, but you know what? It's going to go smoothly. I just believe God will, Spirit will help me with that. He'll help me. Thank you, Jesus. Props to the Father. At the end of the day, man, they lame, yo, they lame. And the fight is for you to recognize how lame they are, because you really don't believe.
kindness to be dumb. You are a dumb person to them. They have been raised to believe that you need to compete and outmaneuver people and get one over on them in order to be successful. I was oblivious to it. I just wanted friends. The signs were always there. You see, when you are conventionally attractive, males are very jealous and they tend to compete for more attention. They need to be the alpha of where they are. They can't stand that you are outshining them. They can't stand another alpha, which is why they will get others to turn on you. They will get others to believe lies about you. It's all evolutionary psychology. And you'll know this to be true because your friends' wives, they are attracted to you. You are respectful to your friend. You don't have any business in trying to have conversations with your friends' wives. They just so happen to want to have it with you. They'll look at you a little too long. They'll laugh at your jokes a little too hard.
Don't let him catch her looking at you. Oh my gosh, bro. And I see a lot of it in Atlanta. It's like it's just on different levels. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this city one day, bro. Pretty soon. Who knows? Because at the end of the day, who has time for that? The best thing I can tell people in real estate is to keep people out of their shit. And just go do your thing. Y'all think y'all need these people to be successful. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's one of the worst problems you got. Because you think you need these people to have a level of success. Homie, you don't. Homie, you don't. You don't. What you need to do is get to that quiet place and just start listening to what's being said to your spirit, period. I mean, you got to forget these niggas. I'm telling you, forget these niggas, bro. These niggas are not here to help you. And don't do it in a mean and envious way, but do it in a way where you focus on him and your relationship with your father. That the spirit of God in you. And you let these niggas do what they do. You just gonna go running right by them. And next thing you know, I didn't even know what I was until some people started treating me certain types of ways. You can be oblivious to it. Y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm lying. You just haven't had the amount of success that you need to have to actually see it. You just haven't. Mm-hmm. All right.
Trying to stay in all these rural areas. I know niggas, bro. I swear to God, I got homies in the A. It be niggas with Cody mindset, like, I'm gonna stay in Buckhead. I'm gonna be in the nice part of town all the time. I'm gonna stay in the metropolitan area. I swear to God, on my son, I'm lying, I'm down. I can call for them right now. They literally got clicked. In our clique we run with, it's robbers in our clique. You know, when they going out on the town to go rob, you know where they go? They ain't going over on the east side to go rob. They ain't going on the west side to go rob. They going to Buckhead where all them fucking rich niggas think they safe at with big chains on.
I gotta keep telling y'all, listen, guys, stop putting your personal shit when it comes to this type of stuff out there. I tell you some of my personal stuff because I know to what degree. Y'all ain't gonna know all my personal shit. Y'all just know what I want to share with you because I know there's a lesson in there, and I'm okay with people clowning it. But this here puts you in a position where these fans be watching these shows, and I believe that if there's anything they suspect of you, bro, you would have already dimed and nicked. The whole crew will go out because you leaving these statements.
That's where they going. So, like, you think you scampering around the safe spot? They about to come rob and strip your ass naked down there. Because that's where all the niggas that's stupid enough to think y'all safe right here, that's where all y'all at. They about to come get good. One fellow swoop, they about to catch 4 stains, leave with 8 chains, 130,000 in cash. They about to get it all from you niggas. Rich neighborhoods is the ones that get took. Safe places is the places that get hit. So while people thinking that, oh, I'm going to be here, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to live over here, when them robbers come, that's where they're going. What?
Hey, and I'm gonna just tell you, listen, I don't stay in Buckhead. I ain't got that Buckhead money. I'm cool with not. Well, I ain't spending that Buckhead money on anything like that. I'd rather be out in the country, bro. And you know what's cool about being in the country? You can find yourself in one of those places where, you know, they got to go through this road, they got to go through this road, they got to go up this hill, they got to go down here, they got to go through this. They got to go by the old guy. You know, the old guy that got the Confederate flag sitting out there on the porch? Why, I'm looking at you know, and look, and I'll be passing by and waving at the homie, and he waved right back at me. He said, "He's a good one."
Oh no.
Look, honestly, no, because I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. And there's a history behind those flags anyway that most people don't know. Y'all just love to be emotionally triggered by every single thing you see. Yeah. There's a history behind. But yo, I want to make it extremely difficult for you, big homie. You gonna have to work to get to where I'm at. And when you get there, you better watch out. Niggas got guns. See, in Buckhead, you gotta see the way Buckhead is set up, man. This is why I feel Buckhead get hit. Right there in the city, you got that one street in, that main street that goes through it. Somebody put in a chime what that main street is. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. It goes right in, dumps right into Peachtree Street. You exiting out right there on a corner. You're about 2 blocks away from the Land Rover dealership. I know what that is. Again, I'm joking my money. But you can just simply hit a house on Buckhead, and 8075 is right there near the bridge. And you hit the bridge, and boom, you going. I kind of feel it. Like, I've always felt like those places where you have easy access to get in and then to get out, bro, those are the spots that I would never buy a house in. Never, ever, ever. I don't care what type of money. I don't care how fly it is. I don't care. I just don't.
Hey, living in Atlanta, I swear it'll make you forget that the rest of the country is not majority black. Like, fam, when I be traveling, mind you, I just got back from Miami, and I've been to like Cali, the West Coast, shit like that, the North, New York. Bro, it'd be a culture shock when I go up there and I realize to myself, damn, it's not as much black people out here. Like, bro, Atlanta will really have you used to seeing niggas everywhere you go. Like, just straight niggas, and niggas. That shit crazy, bro.
And tonight, a high-end gym is now muscling its way into Buckhead, and nearly 40 businesses now have just weeks to get out.
One owner says he signed a year-long lease in June. Then came an email last week telling him he had to pack up by August 17th. Cody Alcorn live for us tonight in Buckhead at Buckhead Village, where construction will soon get underway for its newest tenant, Equinox.
That's right, Jennifer and Ron. This will be Equinox's first location in Georgia, reportedly 44,000 square feet right here on the south side here of Buckhead Village District. While there's a lot of buzz around the new gym, not all of it is excitement. Now, I stopped by earlier today and met up with Jacob Yella. He owns JAC Reno, an apartment renovations and restoration business who has an office space here at Buckhead Village at number 18. It's a high-end co-working space that opened in 2019. The directory shows close to 40 businesses who, like Jacob, got a letter on July 27th informing tenants number 18 is closing operation on August 17th and will be moving down the road to Lenox Avenue. Jacob says while he welcomes a new investment here in Buckhead.
Yo, that's wild. Y'all gonna shut down the whole 18th and then move everything down there, and y'all tell the owners 30 or not even 30 days before that they got to move with you, or you just, wow. See, this is the type of wild shit that be happening in Atlanta. And this is, I don't know, man. I'm glad I don't stay in the city because I don't know about this. The need to impress people with some of this high-end shit is just really crazy, bro. And y'all keep going deeper and deeper down this hole of materialism. And I love material. Don't get it twisted. I got some nice stuff. But it's not about like what people think. Atlanta got some other high-end gyms already there. You got a Lifetime gym, all of that. It's there. Y'all really paying $200, $300, $400 for these gyms? You guys are really paying $200, $300, $400 for memberships at these gyms. I asked my brother the same thing. My brother does that. He pays like $300 for his membership. Why do y'all do that? And your body still looks the same. I got to go tour Lifetime Fitness Gym. I'm going to go tour it because I want to see what it's like inside. I know my brothers told me, oh, they got this, they got that, and they got that. I got a set of dumbbells, kettlebells, and bro, my kettlebells be rocking. My kettlebells be rocking. I'm 48 years old, and I will outrun most of these niggas out here. And I won't stop because I just like to run, muff. That's it. Every day's a damn leg day. So I'm trying to figure what is that? What is it? We already know that Buckhead is full now with more of these thug ass that sit there. Buckhead is thug, bro. Buckhead has changed. Buckhead is not what y'all think it is. Buckhead has changed drastically since COVID. It was changing before COVID, but I think COVID accelerated the deterioration dilapidation. Look, see, if I move too slow, if I talk too slow, I'm going to start using ththese big words and saying these big. And you're like, no. Then y'all going to jump in my comments again. No, it's not folly. It's foley.
He questions why the close to 40-something tenants at number 18 received such little warning.
Why wasn't I aware of that way earlier than, I would say, 21 days? So that's something that's like really frustrating. And I'm sure it's not just impacting myself, it's impacting other people that are familiar with other businesses in that location. So I think that's really unfortunate, not only for local business owners, but for customers that are depending on those local business owners.
I'm going to stop that. That's the craziness y'all be dealing with in Atlanta, man. And then when we talk about it, y'all say, hey, you can't be, this is black owned. I swear to God, y'all come to me with this black owned shit again. One of y'all come to me with this. Y'all better stop it. I love supporting black businesses, but I support it because of the quality, not because they black. I don't want, matter of fact, if I had the choice of choosing between a black business and a white business, I would look at the quality. I would look at the value. Do they have something that I need? God, this is how you really spend your money. Do they have something that I need? Oh, they do. You know what? I'm going to give them my hard-earned money. Don't be entitled to think just because we share the same color, I'm supposed to split bread with y'all. Y'all tripping. Just because we look the same don't mean we spending the same dollar. My money ain't your money. Matter of fact, we not the same. A lot of those people out here would go, and I did this video having to do with nightclub and the nightlife. And you know what I heard in the comments? Go look at it. Oh, I just kept saying, yeah, I would stay home. Yeah, I would keep my money. Those my people. They right. Now, some of the nights I do go out and I hit the night, I could do this shit. Don't worry.
Oh, no.
I ain't spending money I ain't got, motherfucker. Okay? I'm working on it. It's coming bit by bit. But real talk. So I'm sitting back wondering, you got to realize we not the same on various levels. When people tell you that they not the same, a lot of people take that as disrespect. But you got to realize we aren't, because where I draw my strength from means that sometimes I would be in the most worst situation. I would have given myself and put myself out there in the most riskiest situation. I would have rolled my dice where most motherfuckers wouldn't roll their dice. And I'm still stubborn sometimes in doing it. You know, you've been rolling. I played dice coming up in Philly. You drop that dice. You're like, I got to keep going. Now I'm going to win it back. I was the winner. I'm going to win it back. Not a gambler per se, but definitely putting myself risk out there with some calculated. It's calculated. Yeah. But shit happens. It really does. Most guys are scared. That's what I find. Most of these people out here, outside of and even I would say some of the YouTubers, because I listen to some of these guys, I'm like, if you really, really believe that shit, you would move different. I honestly show up and I talk, whether people listen to me on the live or they don't. I honestly don't give two fucks. When I do this type of thing, I'm recording it to be cut up and then also put out there for content. Those small micro videos are actually set up differently. Then it creates a binge watching feel. That's how we hit 137,000 views last month. And the watch hours were insane. I just put it out there. This is for me just to connect with people, tell you, listen, join the Patreon, listen to the longer conversation. Already got some content creating, how to make good content and monetize your real estate. Not even your real estate. Don't even say, because it's not real estate. It's about reaction, period. How to monetize your business in 60 days. Your YouTube in 60 days. Because I monetize mine in 60 days. Yeah, for real. I don't know. Because when I sit back and I listen, and I'm like, we're not the same. We're not. And it's okay. You don't want to be the same as anyone. I'm not better than people, but I don't do certain things that people would do. I don't make decisions the way some guys make decisions. Sometimes my decisions end badly, that's true, but it's only me to blame on it. And a lot of times it came out of a good heart. trying to do shit for people that you never should have did shit for to begin with. You should have just left them the fuck alone. And sometimes it's cool just to be by your damn self. Leave a comment if you understand the feeling. Leave a comment.
The more money you spend, the more money you'll make. You see, money is a flow. When you let it flow, when you let it go, you always receive more. But when you're holding on to it, you're putting out the lack currency, the lack frequency. Spend it on things, create more things. Money will keep flowing to you. This is a given law of the universe.
Ooh, my man. Hold on. Let's pause that real quick. I had to throw this comment. Let me go back in here because when this popped up in my thread, man, I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard enough to just like say, let me get the clip. Always found this to be true. I didn't understand this until I was well on in my age, bro. I would probably say, I'm 48 now. I think I started to understand it more going into my 40s. And that's the craziest part. Because I think a lot of people that didn't quite understand this, and the people who I learned money from or started to learn money from knew money, but couldn't clearly communicate or articulate what this is. Clearly. That's why I laugh at this whole socialist and all this stuff that they talking about now. Because people don't understand how money flows. And he said, but it's true. What's interesting about this is that this only works if you spend your money on things and investments that you yourself truly want and not want to, and not what's necessary for people around you to think that you should spend your money on. And that's it. I see too much of that in with the wrong people. I spent and spent now, and I'm broke. That's the mindset. What he's saying in the simplest form is that if you're going to spend money, and money's not designed to just be. You heard that story about the guy who built like the sheds, the barns, and he threw stuff in there to store it. It's not meant to just be stored in there. It's meant to be put into things, assets, so that they are moving and they're creating and making money and expanding for you. When I started investing more when I started investing more in stock, it was great investing in stock. But you said, where do you park your money at, Leon? Because you got to save. I had saved in silver and gold, bro. Why? Because I knew one thing that was true. People will always need silver. People always need gold. And if the monetary system ever closed or went to shit, I would have something that another country would deem as being valuable. If you ever had to leave your country, if it became bad, it's not designed to put food in your pocket, but it's designed to have some base level deal. Now that's if the shits are bad. At the end of the day, it's still great for storing money, not the gold that you wear around your neck. We talking about bullion, bro. That's a different thing. I said we on different levels.
Doing a day that sound broke, but they're actually smart. Number one, when you go out and you're not stocking up on napkins, what are you doing? The napkins are free. It is not stealing. If I'm out getting food, I grab as many napkins as I can. Most of the time, it's billion-dollar companies. They'll be okay if I take about 20 napkins. Number two, cut your sponges in half. Literally increases the longevity of the sponge that you're using. You don't need that big of a sponge. Cut it in half. Number three, if you cannot buy reusable bags, just reuse Ziploc bags. I reuse all my Ziploc bags. Like, why are we throwing away perfectly good bags? Number four, when my soap gets about this much, I add more water to it to increase the longevity of my item.
If you're doing this, it's stupid. Matter of fact, I would tell you that you're dumb. This is some real stupid shit. I would never add. You do it if I got soap that's there, I'll add some water to it and do that just to get it. But no, we're not cutting sponges. We're not doing soap with all of that. Go make more money. Just go make more money. Stop that.
End of the day, it's still
weird.
Soap and my dishes are still getting clean. Number five, this is a weird one. I don't have a microwave. Okay. For some reason, my brain thinks that if I have a microwave, I'm going to spend more money on things that need to be microwaved that I don't actually need. I don't need microwave popcorn. I should not be buying that. When I'm out at a restaurant, I order small.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to change my I change it. Let me switch up, guys. I'll pivot on this. I'm pivoting. It works for her, and that's enough. If that's how her brain works and it works for her, that's enough. And the truth is, we do throw these one-size-fits-all type of things out here, and we treat them as if you don't do this, it's not going to work. That's a lie. It's not if you do what she does or doesn't do what she does. That gives her a level of peace and comfort. That's all I can explain it. To me, my mind looks at it and says, this shit's crazy. Like, why are you doing all of that? Like, why? That's too much. Just go make more money. Go. So what? Like, why would you do that? But for her brain works like that.
They're small because I have no microwave, so there's no point in having leftovers. Listen, don't judge me until you've tried it. What do y'all think? Do you think I'm broke or do you think I'm being frugal? Let me know. Love you guys. Stay frugal.
Bro, one thing that I will never understand is why do people think saving money will get them rich? That will make you broke. There's other people who be like, oh, I'm saving for a house. I'm saving for my car. Cool, okay? Even if you worked a high-paying job, 80K a year, for 10 years straight without spending a dime, you would not even be able to afford a house in this economy. You're not saving your way to getting rich. You work a minimum wage job, bro. Invest your money, take risks. And what's funny is these are the same people who give financial advice.
I told my son, I said, son, if you gonna save that money, save it in gold, save it in some silver. Save it in some hard asset that you can turn around and you can liquidate easily, but what's happening in the market as far as inflation would actually help it. It wouldn't slow it down. That's too far. I tell you, it's too much for some people. You would some people would ask me, oh, well, where can I find gold at? Nick, you got freaking ChatGPT. You got all you got to do is ask ChatGPT, I want to save in some golds in gold or silver on a weekly basis. What's the best way to do it? Where are the stores I can go to? See, this is the part that separates some of the people that are out here that are average. It is. Resourcefulness as an entrepreneur, resourcefulness as a man is the pivotal and strongest part of just being not taken out by all this shit that's out here. Because you want me to say that there is a bunch of shit out here. The sky is falling, Leon. Trump did this, Leon. Did you hear about what's happening? I hear all these things, bro. I hear the same news like you hear the same news. Sometimes I scroll and you may see the same stuff that I see that you see. The question is, how do I respond to it? I respond to it differently than you do. 20 years in real estate, 20 years married, shitload of money, lost money, made money, and a bunch of just fucked up relationships and one or two good relationships. The fucked up ones I couldn't control it. You want to be a fuck up, you can. I tell people go ahead and do it. But let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. Come on. We got to get to a point to realize what we've been trying to do and the things we exercise and doing. If it's not working, we need to do something different.
I remember when I was 16, I remember when I was like 15 and 16, I was mowing lawns. And I was always told from friends, yeah, keep stacking up, bro. So you can get your car, keep stacking up. Until I realized, bro, no successful entrepreneur stacks up, they invest. I didn't listen to anyone saying save, save, save. I invested in starting MEO stores. I invested in other businesses. I invested in people. I invested in mentors and all this different stuff. And now, guess what? I'm 19, making around $200K per month with a house and with multiple supercars. But people will tell you, oh, saving is going to get you rich.
I don't know about the supercar thing. Honestly, if he got supercars, that's great. To me, for some people, some of y'all, he'll say that. For me, a register different. Some of y'all hear this, and then y'all like, oh, you got superstar. I'm turning it off now. This nigga talking, he's influencers talking, I'm turning it on now. Homeboy could be lying, he could be telling the truth, but I can tell you the principle. What he's saying, he's 100% right. He's 110% right. And I'm not even talking about leveraging debt and all that other stuff. I'm just talking about what he's saying. That principle. He's nailing it. Dude.
I'm going to save my way to a house. I'm going to save my way to a car. Grown man trying to save.
I'm going to give you this one warning. You need to prepare now because contraction comes before the burst. This economy is getting ready to go down and you need to make preparations for that. You need to cut out the frivolous spending. All of the shit that you're wasting your money on that you know you really do not need, I would advise you to chill out on that shit right now.
I was going to say something funny because homeboy, he being very serious. He's like, you're calling about the frivolous spending. Frivolous spending. Yeah, we all spend frivolously. Bro, we all spend on shit that we know we shouldn't get. Sometimes we walk out and I know me, I'm notorious. I'll have coffee down there already at the coffee maker. And I'm walking out, get in the car, driving down. Oh, there's a Starbucks. My wife be like, yo, babe, just because it's there don't mean you gotta spend it. I'm like, oh, you right. Okay, bye. Hey, can I get that cafe mocolado? Some of y'all really don't get it. Y'all let some of these people online fuck with y'all heads on this male should be like this and female should be like this. All this bullshit. And I'm trying. I'm working on not cussing. Listen, if when I cuss, no, I'm not gonna tell y'all to do that because some of y'all will leave a comment like that. But real talk. When God put you and pair you together with people, and this could be a whole different conversation. I might want to do this as a reaction video. I'm gonna save this point as a reaction video on my other channel. Go to realleonduncan.com. I mean, go to the Real Leon Duncan YouTube channel. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it on that one for that. I'm gonna just make a note so I got it. So y'all can. My goal. I want guys to get banging women. I want the women that they meet that normally would turn around or before that turned around and turned their nose up on them. I want them to be like, damn, that bro, he putting in work, bro. He good. I'm gonna show you.
Because more than likely, well, it's inevitable. I just can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen, but very, very, very dire times are coming. It is going to be very bad. So wherever you need to cut back, you know what you need to cut back on. If you're thinking about getting ready to go get a new car, you probably should work with whatever you already have.
If you're gonna cut back, do the cut back, do it, but don't just cut back. Please move forward. Don't just play defense, play offense too. And we don't talk enough about playing offense. Some of these millennials, some of these guys, and this is what I love about Gen Z. Some of you guys take some really good risks, and I see it. I love the way that they move. But this older mentality of just cut back, cutting back isn't going to take you to where you got to go to. It's not. Building skills is going to take you there.
You probably have a lot of things that you have right now that you need to unload. You need to figure out right now how you can cut your bills down to bare minimum.
Only broke people will disagree with me on this, but I have a carefree spending habit with money. If the money is being spent and I'm getting value out of it, I don't give a fuck how much it is because I make money. I am a money maker. Money comes to me easily. I don't run away from the money. I do the work and I get the money because of it. You see, most people live in this mindset that if they save pennies, if they save on a coffee, if they don't go to Starbucks, if they don't buy that t-shirt that they really, really like, or they buy shit and then they have a terrible mentality with it. It was so expensive that I shouldn't have done that. That's not financially wise. They're worried about the wrong fucking shit. You are never going to get rich. You are never going to get wealthy by pinching fucking pennies, by being miserable with money, because you are disrespecting money, thinking that, hey, this shit's on a pedestal, like thinking that it's a limited resource. Money is abundant. Money goes to people where it's easily flowing to.
This is not meant to be some type of, I'm not trying to be spooky with this, guys. I'm really not. I'm trying to get you to understand that we covet money. That's really what I'm trying to take you to. In coveting money, it runs from you because you're constantly thinking about it. You're thinking about how to constantly get it, or you're thinking about how to constantly keep it. That's what you're thinking about. I get ideas on how to make money, how to create money, how to generate money. And most of my ideas don't even come from people. I don't need people to do it. At one time, I thought I needed people to actually move stuff forward, invest. Yeah, we got to be a part of this, part of that. That shit's bad. It's the worst recipe that you could ever do. When you learn to actually be a creator, when you learn to create, and we're just not talking about YouTube content. We're not talking about just TikTok or any of that. I truly believe, and I'm gonna show you, I truly believe every area of your life and everything you do should be monetized in the essence of creating something that will benefit someone else. We all got it. We all got it. You have it. You got something in you that will benefit someone else that they will pay you for. Whether it's a skill, whether it's a character or personality trait, whether it's an insight, it doesn't matter. An experience, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about because when you plugged up to the Matrix, remember the Matrix? They plug you up and the humans are powering the Matrix. What I'm telling you is the humans are powering the Matrix right now. The only way to unplug yourself from the Matrix is to turn around and start creating. So you're not reliant on the Matrix to feed you supplements to exist. And when you detach yourself from the Matrix, you're taking your level of your creativity, what you make, what you do with yourself. I'm not saying this is easy, guys. This is not something I'm saying that you lay down, you just do. Some people want you to believe that it is. No, it's not. But I treat it just like the story of Joshua. They come back and they look at it and say this land is full of giants and the grapes are and everything in there is big. Some people say, we ain't going, there's too many giants. And some people like, 2 of them specifically. Nigga, let's go. That's it. That's it. Knowing that, boy, y'all need to get on my Patreon.
If you are a person that's skilled, if you are a person that takes risk, if you are a person that shows up consistently, if you are a person that has skill sets, money will come to you. So you don't have to worry about saving money. Obviously, don't be a dumbass. Don't blow money on nightclubs. Don't blow money on bottle service. Don't blow money on a car that doesn't bring you back a return. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to save money by not owning a supercar. I'm not going to save money by not driving a fucking supercharged V8. That I'm going to save money by not buying a t-shirt that I actually want. That's bullshit. That's pussy shit. I make money. I take money. I got motion and motherfucking movement. You are not going to tell me that I'm going to save my way to success because I'm not. I'm just going to go out there and make more fucking money.
And they telling you, oh, real estate is dying. It's people out here making real estate bread, bro. At this minute, while I'm speaking to you, there are people closing deals. There are wholesalers wholesaling. I was talking to this wholesaler. He has a business. He's in Detroit, matter of fact. Acquisitions guy. He's over it. He had a project manager, guy doing dispositions. And we were talking about me coming on doing acquisitions for him. He's like, man, I definitely want to have you with acquisitions now. It didn't work out because various other reasons. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you one thing I learned. When we were looking through what he was doing, and we were going over how the leads work and how things like that happen, and he said, Leon, we did every month we're doing 25 to 30 deals. Now you got to realize, little of me, I do deals based on lifestyle. Like, oh, damn, that's a good deal. Oh, that's 10 on there. That's 15. I don't need a team. I got AI, got a real estate attorney already. Licensing. I didn't start off like that. I grew into that. So I tell most people, if you want to get into business, you want to learn it now, don't let them tell you that there's no money out there. Find a company that buys houses. They say we buy houses, right? And they're looking for someone that can do disposition or acquisitions. They want to train you. Now you begin to develop a skill which allows you to create money. And we'll show you about that. But homeboy is right. This young man is just, listen. Homie. And that's how I know I got hope for the Gen Zers. I clown on Gen Zers sometimes. I know I just do it. I'm with my son and I can't help but doing it. Some things are soft. But at the end of the day, man, some people like him, they knocking it. They on point.
The internet made you forget you do not need to upgrade your entire life just because you started finally making money. Buying a reliable car and driving it for years is normal. Keeping the same phone until you actually need it to be replaced is normal. Using the same backpack, same work bag, same gym bag year after year is normal. Cooking at home during the week instead of eating out every day is normal. Having a simple skincare routine with a few products that actually work is normal. Buying secondhand furniture while you're building your life is normal. Repeating outfits is normal. Living in a simple apartment is normal. Not trying to look rich while you're trying to build wealth is normal. One of the biggest traps after years of being broke is feeling like you have to prove that you finally made it. New car, new phone, new apartment, new clothes, new trip, new lifestyle. But just because you can afford the payment doesn't mean you need the pressure. The goal is not to finally make money and immediately spend it all just to prove that you make money. Some money needs to become peace. Some money needs to become options. Some money needs to become freedom. So no, living below your means is not embarrassing. Keeping things simple is not embarrassing. Being intentional with your money is not embarrassing. You don't have to perform success every time you make progress. Sometimes the flex is being able to afford more and actually choose wisdom.
Ooh. Sometimes the flex is being able to afford more and you just choose wisdom. Even I could get myself some Ray-Bans. And I wore Ray-Bans every summer. Every summer, my thing is I will buy a new pair of bands. It'll be Aviators or it'll be like the Men in Blacks, right? And by now, I would have already had the Meta lens. I would have already had them. I would have already had them. And I'm not delaying it for the sake of delay. I'm delaying it for gratification, delayed gratification, self-control. Honestly, I don't really feel like it's something I would need or want right now. My mindset isn't out going and filming people with them not seeing me. And I'm sure there's a lot of content that could be court, but I got other things I want to focus my dollar in because I got to spend it in a certain space right now. I got stuff happening. Big things are coming, you know? So I got to prep. Because when people like that listen to me, oh, I like him, he's good, like him. And I'm going to keep talking. I'm like that guy that just, the unk that just, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to keep talking, whether you listen or not. I took it and I said, you know, I'm going to stop buying these. And I went and bought some Foster Gants. No, these are the Jack. What are these? Panama Jack. Panama Jack. Shit, Panama Jack Panama Jack been doing me good, bro. Cause my normal bands would run me. I probably will do that, and you talking $200, $250, and I know y'all gonna get mad at me, cause I'll have like 2 pairs of those things, and then I'll sit on one and break it, and then I'm like, did I get the insurance on that one or this one? And by the time you break the other one, you forgot you had insurance. And I was like, let me just get me some black lenses, all black everything. My homie, shoot. I feel better. I feel good. I feel good. You know, I could have did that and I didn't do that. Yeah, my homie. I'm going to the next one. Boom. All right, let's rock. Let's rock. Let's go.
They've been planning this since 2008. And here's what's about to happen next. I'm going to share with you what I believe is going to happen from 2026 to 2030. Now,
I listened to some of what he said, and I haven't listened to the whole thing. And let me just let him talk.
of course, this is just my opinion, my research, but I'm going to break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic. My name is Coach JB. I've helped over 15,000 people since 2020 navigate these economic times. And I'm here to tell you, you're in the greatest wealth transfer in history and the rewiring of a financial system. So I'll stick to what I understand as macro and microeconomics. So bear with me through this video. But on the back end, I'm going to share with you exactly what I do. So first, you need to understand, our parents went through the greatest financial collapse that we've experienced personally, the 2006 to 2008 financial collapse, housing collapse. In 2009, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa came together to de-dollarize. That's a key factor. But at the exact same time, in 2009, Satoshi, some pseudonymous person, created something called Bitcoin, which is deflationary opposite of the current US monetary system. A fixed supply asset that is mined for 116 years. Now currently, only 5% of the supply is left. It's one of the most valuable assets and scarce assets, I should say, in the world. So Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa came together to de-dollarize due to our bad economic policies and management of banks and us weaponizing the dollar. And then
you guys got to stick with this. You got to understand. I keep saying this is not I'm going to take my glasses off. So I want you to take me serious on this. Because sometimes I'll be playing. I know I'll be playing. It's never been a blue thing and it's not a red thing. It's a green thing. It's the green thing that controls what you do and what you pay for. That's why you want to be liberal, do your thing. I'm going to hold my personal perspectives towards that, but I'm going to be conservative. That's just me. I'm liberal in some areas, conservative in others. But I'm going to tell you, I don't hate you because you have a different perspective from me. I don't dislike you if you're a Muslim and I'm a believer. I don't dislike you, not just because I also used to be Muslim before, but I just don't. I don't. You know what I understand? That the Great Divide has never been that. The Great Divide has been the haves and the have-nots. The great divide has been, how do we manipulate and keep the people at a certain place? That's always been the great divide. And when it comes into cultures, oh, let's make everybody excited about real estate. You know, I never knew. That's a different conversation. I never heard these guys, and I got in real estate. What? I just knew I came and God said, go do real estate. And I started doing real estate and helping people. But at the end of the day, man, I was here. So I started seeing all the clowns at the circus, right? But the great divide has always been, how do I now control the narrative when it comes to money? How do I control the money? How do I control the money? It's the green, bro. It's not red. It's not blue. It's not blood, not Crip, Democrat, Republican, left or right. It's about life. It's about the bread. And when I've looked at it, man, I've been in a place where I have had to struggle, bro. And I'm not saying it like, when I say struggle, I didn't understand some of the stuff I understand. And still, I'm learning and growing in this space. But I remember having to do grass in front of people's house and if you ever laid grass down, sod, leveling it, shit is work. And then you go for hours in doing that on your knees. It's got to be nice and flat. And you got $5 an hour for being in that damn hot sun. Bro, I know it, man. Knocking on doors. You like to buy an alarm system? You like to buy an alarm system? You like to buy... And people, I wouldn't do that. But I knocked on doors, and from door knocking, $100,000 that year. Again, 6 figures the next year. Dude, what I'm telling you is that this has always been about money. And if we understand certain things, we change the narrative. So it's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen. At least put yourself in a position to understand what you can do at where you're at. Because I'm a believer that right where you're at, just like the woman asked the prophet, how do I pay the debt that my husband left me with? He said, everything that you need, in essence, summarized, is in the house. So I'm just telling you, everything that you need to navigate what's coming down the line is in your house. It's here, like it's in you. It's around you. It's already in your space.
Pseudonymous person creates Bitcoin. Then around 2012, Ripple's created, which created XRP. It wasn't called XRP at first, but Ripple, Aquarius Ripple, created a thing called XRP, which is a bridge currency, which creates liquidity, faster payments, quantum, currency, no borders. So we had a new digital asset called Bitcoin that was created as deflationary, opposite of the US system. Usually monetary systems last about 100 years, or fiat systems. Coming up on the 250-year anniversary of America. And if you study Ray Dalio's Rise and Fall of superpowers usually last around 250 years. Monetary systems, fiat systems, last about 100 years. So we're at a precipice of a great financial reset. Now here's the good news, is that this great financial reset is very different than World War II. 1929, our grandparents went into the Great Depression. We went into World War II. They came back to a new economy, which was the IMF, the BIS. America became the world's reserve currency. And they created the middle class. We'll come back to that in another video. That's really important in this conversation. I'll keep us focused on 2026 to 2030. And then we'll revisit that because I want you to understand what happened, how it happened, and how to escape it. So 2008, Bitcoin was created. 2012, Ripple created XRP. It wasn't called XRP, but now it's XRP, a bridge currency. And then you were told from 2017 up until about 2023, crypto's a fraud. Pet rock, run from it. Bankers, And all of a sudden in 2023, BlackRock announces their ETF. And now BlackRock is the #1 holder in Bitcoin through their BlackRock IBIT ETF. Oh, and they just launched an options product to create dividend income off of Bitcoin. They're also the #3 holder in Strategy B, which is the #1 holder in physical Bitcoin. So BlackRock is now one of the biggest holders and owns the biggest percentage of the supply, besides Satoshi, of Bitcoin. Kind of sus. But I digress. Let's just get the emotion out of it and let's just be logical. So Larry Fink has been going around the world talking about the new financial system and the rewiring of the financial system. And he just said, and I showed you guys the video multiple times, where he says, why would you keep your money in a bank account? It's one of the worst ways to manage your money. And he talks about democratizing of private finance, the private public sector coming together, a decentralized type of system. Japan is quickly advancing into that system. We've had a bunch of announcements around them and cryptocurrency, with SBI, with Circle. But what you need to understand, if this is all new to you, is that you're coming in at a time where the whole system is being rewired. So what you told was fraud is now going to be your new monetary system, and a lot of you are going to be operating on crypto without even actually knowing it. So you'll resist it just like you did the iPhone, just like you did the smartphone, just like you did an iPad, just like you did FaceTime, and just like you did Face ID.
They're going to make it where you buy a house, your warranty deed, your purchase is going to be on the blockchain. I'm telling you, it is coming. They're making it when you rent a place, your rental lease is going to be on the blockchain.
All the things you resisted, now you unlock your phone with your Face ID. It's the same shit every single time. So now everybody's like, AI is evil, crypto is evil, just like we said with Face ID, just like we said with technology, just like we said with email. It's the same shit every single time. And then eventually you'll all be using it without even knowing it, because that's how it works. They tell you to run from it, they tell you to look this way, and there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. So when I finally realized we're all...
And I believe that's why a lot of people not in social. That's the reason why some of y'all, even as they come into social media now, content creation, a lot of y'all are just, you're trying to figure out, some older people, I mean, this is really directed more towards 35 or older, 40 or older. Some of the ones that have a wealth of information, but they were taught, oh man, that social media thing, that thing will kill you because you don't know how to use it correctly. That's why.
Being played all the time, I started to realize, maybe I could take advantage of this and help my family get involved so that we can have the resources, so we can have sovereignty and make decisions spiritually, physically, and financially. Spiritually and physically, we can do ourselves. But I do need resources to be able to feed my family and have choices, be able to homeschool my kids and things like that. So resources do matter. Because what is going to happen, there's going to be very, very wealthy in the working class once again. Because those who own the resources will be the wealthiest families in the world, and those who don't own the resources will be consumed by the resources, AI technology, cryptocurrency. People will have to reskill into new jobs, so there'll be a lot of jobs that are no longer needed because AI technology will be able to do those jobs for you.
And what you need to do is learn how to use AI technology properly. See, when I do this, I don't get as much people, oh, Leon, yeah, like. But you know, I would be remiss not to turn around and to share this with you. Because your favorite creators, the people that you guys just listen to, they're making moves. Things are moving faster than people actually see. And when you consume a lot of content, some people, and I'm not just talking about scrolling, I'm talking about the things that matter and make sense, and you see what people are doing, you're going to hurry and put yourself in a position now and stop looking at all of this stuff as a scam. Stop saying, oh, why should I get married? You should get married because marriage will help you now because you got two incomes that are working for you. If you guys fall into times when one person can't work, at least the other person's working. Honestly, I believe you should have W-2 and a 1099 position. So the W-2, she got that job and she doing the W-2, or she doing the 1099, you doing the W-2, whatever fits, however you put it together. The math and reason just has to fit your deal, okay? And I truly believe that those things now change. Why? You say why? Because you need to have tax advantages, and you also need to have stability and consistency. You need to make content. Y'all need to get out here and make content. Y'all need to not just watch me. Thank you for watching me, though. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, they were delayed. They came through. They helped you, boy. Yeah, make the content, because the content is going to be out there and you don't know what's going to pop, but there are channels that will pay you a bunch of money, and let that content drive your business. When I tell people that one of my videos, not just one of my videos before, I got a bunch of videos that have gone viral, but let's say you got one video, one of my base level videos, the amount of impressions that you get there you can't buy that on Facebook for exposure. Whether the person sits there and watches me for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, or the whole damn video. Doesn't matter. They saw whatever I was advertising and bringing to the table. They listened to the topic, just like you listening to it. Join the Patreon. Let's have some real conversation about this type of stuff, bro. Because when you make these excuses, and a lot of people do it, I did it for a while. This is not to badger or to beat people down. It's not even to correct you. I'm not even trying to hold people accountable. I'm just literally sharing with you what I know this thing is coming down to. And it's not about putting your whole personal information out there. But the reality of it, if you're going to advertise and market, hint, hint, you are marketing and advertising and you're putting your stuff out there. So why not let the people know who you are and how great you are and marry your personality? So when they marry your personality, they get acquainted with your skill, personality, skill, they become more sticky. People run from people a lot of times in the service space, whether we're selling them products or services or stuff like that, because they don't know you. And they may buy, but they won't buy again from you because you haven't built a bridge which lets them know what you're about. Hey man, it's raining. Shoot, I don't know if I want to hop off or what's going on. I got more to talk about. He got a lot more to share. I'm gonna let him run. Yep.
So how do we recognize this? So first, let's talk about what I believe is going to happen. Then I'll share with you what I do. So from 2026 to 2030, write this down and save this video, is your banks, and I don't know if it'll be end of 2027 going into 2028, they are going to ask to start custodying your cryptocurrency. Institutional grade custody. There'll be another probably exchange that collapses.
So custody your crypto means that they hold your crypto. And a lot of people will have them do it. Trust me. Oh, I don't want to remember that code. You got the code? Okay, cool. I'm going to just let it sit there with you. They coming.
Black swan. And they'll also be your financial advisor who fudded you out of it will be like, hey, we'd like to put about 1% to 2% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. They'll keep you in the top 4, the top 3, maybe Solana. So they'll make it part of your investment portfolio. And don't forget, guys, they took your 401k last year and created an executive order to pull your 401k into private credit and private equity. You better pay attention. So your banks will ask to custody your cryptocurrency. They're going to start asking you to invest into cryptocurrencies. Banks will be rewiring their whole system and distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity, ISO, messaging, all this stuff. So money will start to move at the speed of light. AI technology will start to make productivity extremely, extremely fast. What took 18 years will take 2 years, and 2 years, what took 2 years will take 2 months, and what took 2 months will take 2 minutes. So in the next 10 years, it's going to be unrecognizable. And the way that I picture it is, imagine being in New York when it was flat. There was no buildings. And someone's like, this is getting crowded. Let's build up and put thousands of people in these buildings. And we invested in that real estate. So that's the way that I look at it. And I understand banking. I came from the banking sector. I understand payments. I understand distributed ledger technology. I understand infrastructure. I understand plumbing. I'm also a business owner and entrepreneur. So I understand infrastructure, systems, processes, SOPs, standard operating procedures, how to scale, things like that. So I understand efficiency. So when I started looking at the system and I'm like, well, we're going to blockchain technology. We're going to need AI is going to need cryptocurrency. Which ones will actually run the system? So
oh man, he going into something. He going into something, bro. He going into something else. He going into something else. I'm gonna put his link in the description. He going into something else. Go to his site. You can listen to that. I that is just too meaty. I wouldn't be able to react off of every single one. I would have to stop him line by line and explain and comment because I got a lot to say about that. He going into it. So I'm cool. That's it for right now. Shoot, I'm gonna do this story, man. This is insane. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do this because I said I needed to share this because I thought this was crazy.
NYPD says Jennifer Lackard went from Mount Vernon Public Safety to getaway driver.
Police arrested her and her son this morning. They say she drove the car for him after he shot at a rival gang member behind the Bronx Criminal Courthouse last week.
And today, that's where she went before a judge. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles live there now with the details. Darla.
Mike and Sade, this shooting happened right behind this courthouse in the middle of the day at around noon in the afternoon on June 29th. And prosecutors say that 49-year-old Jennifer Lackard is accused of attempted murder, attempted assault. They say her son came in here for a court appearance, and instead of that, he's accused of a drive-by shooting.
49-year-old Jennifer Lackard, a now former deputy commissioner of public safety for Mount Vernon Police, entering a Bronx criminal courtroom accused of participating in a wild drive-by shooting outside of the very same courthouse. Prosecutors detailing the allegations during the Tuesday afternoon arraignment, telling the court that the June 29th shooting is all captured on surveillance video. Lackard, her husband James, and son Chase are seen leaving their Soundview apartment that morning. Her 20-year-old son is an alleged gang member and had a court appearance for a gun charge that day. But when he arrived, prosecutors say...
Hold on. See, when I... Her 22-year-old son is gang banging, and she's a commissioner in the public safety and police department, right? Man, horrible.
He opened fire outside at rival gang members, accusing Lackard of getting behind the wheel and helping him flee the scene.
Prior to entering to the courthouse, she's in front of this courthouse for about a good approximately 5 minutes.
The city of Mount Vernon issuing a statement saying, effective immediately, the city of Mount Vernon has terminated Jennifer Lackard's employment. The allegations are unrelated to her duties and do not stem from any conduct associated with the department. Lackard appointed Deputy Commissioner of Wellness for the city in 2020 during the George Floyd protest and has been lauded for her advocacy work with reentry programs, serving 2 terms on Community Board 9 in the Bronx.
Bro. Most of the time, the leaders that you guys put into place, they pander to the people so much. They don't tell people the truth. And I understand why, because people don't really want to know the truth. And I didn't really get it until I really started listening to this again. People really don't want to know. And how do I say this? Enough people believed in her for her to be in that DEI position. And I have no problems. If you want to do DEI, you believe it, do the DEI thing. I'm got time for it, bro. That's all that ship is sailed. But she's in a position where she can bring about real change, and she can't even change the young man in her home. Like, and we know our kids are going to do what they want to do and say what they want to say. But for you to be driving the car to the courthouse says a lot about your character. And I don't believe this is the first time it's happened. I believe if you look through this and you track this, you'll probably find other instances with her being soft towards the people that kill our kids, man. The people that are behind a lot of senseless violence. That's the best way to put it. That's it. Why would you be driving your 22-year-old grown-ass son for an arraignment? Let his behind take himself there. You're driving him because you don't trust that he would actually do what he's supposed to do, which is go down there. And when he does that, plus he busts shots out at people, you want to get him out off the scene and you don't even think it straight through. You got a knucklehead Negro.
Oh, no.
You got a clown. You got a clown boy. You got someone that needs to go. He needs to be in there. He needs to be there because we got people that got kids that don't need to die because he decides he can't control his emotions and he bucks shots at the courthouse. Now, granted, we all do stupid shit in life, but this is some more. This is past that level. But I get it because that's a single mom. And what I've known of single moms, worrying, overly concerned, making the badass decisions. I know because I came from one. She wasn't always one, but when she became one, emotions just shifted in a different place. Still had my father there, still had my step pop there, but emotion has shifted to a different place. And when you understand it as you get older, I'm sympathetic to it. I understand. I'm like, damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. Now, that doesn't mean that you make dumb shit. I'm sympathetic to the plight. But if she just took the time and, Uncle Sam, I don't know what should I do with him. Need to let that boy go. You need to let that boy go. That Negro done cost her job.
Lackert has for 20 years dedicated her professional life to the health and healing of impacted communities.
Again, this afternoon, Jennifer Lackert pleading not guilty to this indictment. Her attorney did not speak after court, but in court says that the picture painted by prosecutors is completely different than her life and her career. Bail was set at $75,000 and she'll be back in court in September. Reporting.
And that's the easy one. Let me drop this down. My bad. That's the easy one. That's easy. $75,000. She come up what? She gonna come up with $7,500. At least 10%. And she going. She going. That's easy. That's easy. That's a lay down. That's light work. Boy, I tell you, man, that's not listening, bro. Hey guys, wealthy guys. That's the Patreon. Link is in the description. This thing is coming to an end. I'm about to hop off right now. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. Your boy's out. Remember, God loves you just the way that you are. Forget about what these people have to say. They lying to you. Yeah, it's okay. You stumble, you fall, get back up. He with you. Don't let him kick you. Keep doing what you got to do. He got something special in you. Peace.